Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in the Kingdom of Thornwood. We're going to be continuing our quest to save the princess in the Shining in the Darkness Edition version 1.51, and when we just had left off, we had made it about halfway through the second floor of the main part of the labyrinth, and we'd gotten punked by a few monsters that may be a little overtuned, but we are going to push through. We have just gotten the Great Flail, and it does seem to have some inconsistent damage that we're going to have to nail down. I did also find out that the Barrier Ring has a passive bonus amount of defense to whoever's holding it, so that is also something to keep in mind. So we can give that to whoever is in the most trouble, and they can just hold on to one. But we're obviously going to try to get as many as we can. I do think I may have also seen fire resistance from something, so I'm going to pin down what's giving that to us as well. I did also acquire the Steel Lance and test it out, and while it is very technically a little stronger than the Fire Sword, it doesn't seem to have any special abilities like I was hoping, so that's a little unfortunate. But yeah, we're gonna head in, and then we are going to basically try to push our way through to the end of the second layer at least once. If we get pushed back for some reason, we're going to, I guess, grind out some more mithril gear and see how that goes from our lovely pumpkin friends. And I do kind of think we have what it takes already, but you know, we'll do what it takes to make it. So I'm definitely not going to be daunted by this. I do think that this may be a little overall potentially rougher than even the Battle Edition at this point, because at least in Battle Edition you could run from your enemies. I don't think we're quite at high enough level to successfully run from everything, so that is one thing that's different. But also, I don't think anything in Battle Edition did have double attacks and like mostly like Blaze or Freeze level 4, so yeah. That was pretty rough. But you know, I'm not complaining. I like it difficult, so there's that. Yeah, we're gonna keep on the lookout for the Maligators because they can cast Blaze on us, and we're gonna see if we can reproduce the fire resistance. As I theorize, it could be on either the magic ring or maybe it's even on the magic hood, but I mean, I feel like we've had the magic hood for a while and we would have already noticed it. But the magic ring is reasonably new, so maybe that is giving us a bonus to resistance, so yeah, we're gonna definitely pin that down if we can. I might have also been in defense mode and not noticed it. Defense mode will also cut your magic damage in half, but speaking of magic hoods, there is that. We are coming up to the point in the game where we don't really need gold anymore, so outside of forging some more mithril armor from finding mithril pieces, gold is largely becoming secondary, so dying really isn't a major concern if we get party wiped. Because we can't eat our gold, it's not going to do anything useful for us, so. And this isn't a deathless playthrough, this is a showcase playthrough pretty much. Because there is going to be a future version of this mod apparently that's going to have a more developed scenario of what the mod developer was looking for. So yeah, I'm excited about that, but I won't showcase that one as immediately as I did these last few versions, so. If I was to say, I'd probably say that I'll probably check it out maybe in like a couple months or so after it comes out. I do have quite a number of things I want to dig into that I've received recently. And while I poked my noses into a few of them, yeah, I haven't really gotten that chance. Not just for this game's reason, also from like a couple other major projects I've had going on, like Phasmophobia's holiday event I'm gonna do because it's time limited. We can pretty much catch these guys when we want to now though, so hunting them's not really a challenge for us at this stage. They do have a chance to go up first, but not as commonly as before, so they have a pretty good chance of just getting absolutely destroyed. We need some sturdier enemies to really pin down how many hits that Great Flail does, but it seems to do a number between like 2 and 4 extra flail hits, and I don't really know exactly how that was accomplished, from what I understand, but I do know it functions like a whip first, and then it turns into a flail, so... The only part I'm not sure about is the random number that I've determined, because, yeah. So like I'll actually attack these guys and then I will defend with her because I want to count to see if I can get a number of counts. So this is 1 extra hit, 2 extra hits. So yeah, it didn't attack the other party at all, but it did attack the same party multiple times. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can pin this down a little. So yeah, that didn't actually help me. I already knew it could do 2 extra hits. So I don't know of anything else that the demi-whites can do. It seems like they could throw rocks at us and cast Muddle, but I guess if we just get some more whites, we should just see if we can figure out anything else they do. They didn't seem especially dangerous, though, which was the interesting part. We also didn't see anything that mandrakes were trying to do, so I guess maybe if we got mandrakes again, we could try to fight them like that, because they didn't seem especially dangerous, and I'm not really worried about spending a couple rounds letting them try again. But yeah, like we already got what we wanted from the Driffids at the beginning, so it's pretty much fine to move on. But if we go past a certain point, we won't be able to actually see the pumpkins anymore, so if we do end up needing Mithril, we'll have to come back for them, and I think they only inhabit the first half of this floor. So... oh, well, we might get our Maligators going now. We don't have cold resistance, but maybe something's giving us fire resistance, so... yeah, so let's aim for the Mantaros. Let's see if the Maligators get a chance to go, so let's, or we might just kill them by accident. So that's 2 extra hits, that's 3 extra hits. So as you can see, that was 3 hits, so it can do 2 hits or 3 hits, so it's a little inconsistent. But we'll face more Maligators, like we don't have to worry about those being the Maligators that we attack. Have a cast fire on us, so. 1 extra hit, 2 extra hits, 3 extra hits. Yeah, so it's at least 3 extra hits there, but I have seen 4, so I know it can be at least 4. So yeah, it's specifically the salamanders we have to currently watch out for that we know of, although there could even be more dangerous monsters further because we didn't see the other monsters that only inhabit the second half of this floor. They do tend to not hit you until you get past where the skizzers actually attack you. Hey, here's a prime example. We can test what this guy has going on, so yeah, we'll heal up with an herb and we will just defend a little and see what he decides to do. We already knew about Muddle. You got anything better? Well, it has the skill of run away. I remember a certain Joestar that was a specialty of that one. Alright, so here's the Maligators. We can basically just let them do their thing. They'll probably cast on us if we give them a chance. 4 hits, so it did 4 hits. Yeah, let's see if I'm right. 33, 34, 30. Nope, I guess I was wrong. It would be cut in half if it was, so I guess I did not actually see fire. I must have been defending for some reason. Understood. Well, that's why you take a second look when it seems like it's out of the ordinary, in case your eyes were tricking you. So we are getting a few extra HP from our levels up, so this should potentially help us have a little more leeway if they start casting so many level 4 spells on us, but I think it still comes down to trying to kill them before they can cast it, so we should be a lot faster now, and we have more attacks between Milo and Pyra, so it's definitely more likely that we'll get them before they get us, but it's certainly not guaranteed. So we could party wipe. It is definitely a thing that we did have happen to us once. So yeah, we will, actually we'll let these guys go again. Like, Muddle and whatnot are not very dangerous. So we knew about the rock. That could be their only things, because they're not really trying anything else, so I guess we gave them a chance. I guess if the mandrakes show up, we'll give them another chance too, but only if it doesn't seem like it's a problem, so... It is going to be a bit of a waste of our MP, but we are going to just keep on top of any damage we take, so... We do have a fair bit of MP now, though, so we can kind of afford to waste it to get through. I mean, I guess the healer fruit would help a little bit, too. This is a little different from the other path. It does lead to, I think, treasure, maybe? But I don't fully remember off the top of my head. I do know that it doesn't lead to the exit, though. But these guys do get an awful lot of attacks, though. That is for sure. Alright, let's top out. Let's heal you up. Let's heal up Milo. Yeah, my current goals are to make it through this floor, get into the next floor, and try to get past the giant turtle boss to get to the mystic rope. That is my current hopes, because that'll open up some stuff for us. See, it's starting out strong. This is not great for us. Oh, do I even have that you can howl for help? Do you need howl for help? What jackasses? Okay. We're gonna write that down. They can also howl for help. Alright. I guess it gives it something to do that's not attacking you, though. I'll give it that. But yeah, the other thing is that they were going before Milo went, so they also are fast enough to not be easily dealt with, so. But handling them is something we will learn to do. I don't think there's anything we specifically need over here, so. Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, look at you guys. How you doing, Mr. White? Get in the ground. We did it. Well, we definitely don't want that, but it could have been worse. Well, okay, did you need to do that? Wow. So they also have critical hits. They got a little bit of everything, huh? Well, we can't do much more than just try to take them out quick, so. Yeah, I had a feeling. It'll be fine. The Mantoros can't actually kill us even if they wanted to. We'll get them. Three attacks, 4 attacks. Yeah, so I haven't seen more than 4. So I think it is a random number between 2 and 4. Alright, let's do a revive. I mean, honestly, maybe we should just, well, let's see how far we get into 3. It doesn't matter too much. We'll have to go through 2 anyway to bring the medallion, but I mean, we will see how far we get. Okay, and then we just wander out and follow this path further. So while there is like a one or two like interesting turns up here, it does lead almost directly to just the next floor. So we do usually have a scripted first battle against a crab mini boss called Skizzer, but other than that, it should be relatively straightforward. So this leads to nothing usually. So here is another enemy we haven't seen, Death Serpent. Let's give him a nice entry. Let us see what we have. So I'm gonna guess that these guys are weaker than salamanders. I'm gonna put them in that location for now. They will certainly let us know with their stuff as we go along, but let us write down what they can give us. They can give us a battle hammer, which I don't think we'd ever use, but I mean, I think it's an item we can just buy anyway. So yeah, we don't know anything about these guys. I do know that the Berserkers are a big jerk, so let's try to kill them at least. So they cast Quick level 2 like the other ones. That does seem to be what they tried to do. But they didn't do anything other than that I saw. Did they have double attack? They might have had double attack now that I think about it, because I do think it did in fact have one of them go twice. So I'll put double and single just in case, and I will keep an eye on it. I also didn't get their EXP, but I did write most of their entry, so we'll have a better chance for it anyway. So let's get what's over here, which is a nice puddle of water. At least we can sometimes kill these before they're able to go. That's an improvement. And I guess running would be nice too. Saves us the having to deal with them. But they're not too bad. Hello, mandrakes. I believe we said we were going to give you a chance. I don't think he can actually kill you on his own, so let's give you a chance to do something. We will do the same thing again for another round, and yeah. So far, no sign of any abilities. Oh, poison! You got poison! I guess that's one ability. You got poison hit. There we go. You did it. Poison hit it is. No sign of another one though, like nothing that's actually threatening, so I guess we'll heal our poison up. We'll heal that damage. Okay, everyone's healed. Here's a new one. Here's a Camille. I think they do the dance thing too, but there's only one of them, so we will give them an entry. I'm pretty sure they are also somewhere between Mantoros and Salamanders. I don't know where they fall in the hierarchy, but we will give them a spot there for now. They can give us a Steel Whip, which we already have gotten a different way. So We've already got a better weapon than that, but it would not be terrible money, I guess. And at least they're trying. Okay. We'll focus on the Mantoros, which will give it a chance to do activities. Nope, it's just dead as hell. Okay, so what do you give us? 1700 and 780. Let us extrapolate from our Mantoro friends. So you have 260 for gold. Okay, what do you have for EXP? 600 EXP. Alright. Looks like I was right on the money that it is between it. Whether it's above or below the Dex Serpent is not known though, so when we find out something about them, then we'll know. Okay. We don't have any abilities for them though, so. There we go. We're definitely gonna focus on the Salamander and hope these guys aren't too rough. So it has the bloodshot eyes. We haven't seen this in a minute. Actually, I don't think we've seen this on this whole run so far. So these guys do glare. Which can be worse than it sounds, because it does have a decent chance of paralyzing people. $3,100 and $1,280. Let us figure out their... Oh, that was Camille's. Never mind. I don't need Camille's XP. We already got them solved. Never mind. We will... Oh, here's a new enemy. Wingblade. Let us put these in here. I suspect they're past Camille's, but... we won't assume. What do they have for drops? They can give us a Healer Fruit. Okay, that's fine. Let us put them in our list. Okay. I'm gonna have them defend. We will see what they do for one round. That shouldn't hurt too many people that badly, if it's not too rough. They didn't use any abilities and they only went once. So because that wasn't too dangerous, let's try again and see what they do. So it has a waiting attack. I want to say that might raise its chance for critical hits, but I mean, it also kind of just doesn't seem to do a lot. But it is a skill, so they can wait. They give us 2,600 and 1,080. So that is 270 gold. That's something. That is that. That seems to be 650 XP. Let us confirm. Yep, 650 it is. So I do seem to have placed them right around where I thought they would be. So let's just get that in there. Cool. So we will test with them again because waiting for strike and just regular attacks weren't very dangerous to test with, so I guess until they do something more dangerous we can experiment a little more. Obviously once something is dangerous enough I don't do that anymore. Oh good, one of them's just straight up dead. That's good for us. Well, at least it chose the least dangerous things to do, so I mean, we'll take it. Hello, salamanders. Well, we'll take level 3. Oh, they didn't want that. No, I do think that Pyra is taking less magic damage. It's not as much as I thought it was. I think it might be like... maybe like 12%? Maybe it's not a quarter, maybe it's like 12%. Cause like, he's taking like 80, like the hero's taking like 80, Milo's taking like 70, and Pyro's doing. So if there is magic defense, it's a little more subtle than before, so... let's see what we can test. Let's give the magic ring to the hero. Let's see if that changes things up. See if it's the magic ring doing this. I had suspicions that maybe it did, so I guess we might as well test it. It at least doesn't hurt to hold it. Okay, so everything's mapped out, and now we can move onward. So these guys did Bloodshot. Let us just defend and see if anything else happens. Yep, they can do the dance. Alright, this isn't too damaging. You can't protect against it, though. And when they do it, it actually uses all their turns. I doubt that they do too much more, because it doesn't usually matter regardless, because they're most likely going to do that most of the time. The fact that they glared as well was kind of silly, because they usually just end up dancing, but... let's keep them topped up. That's right, we do have some options with fighting these guys. So yeah, let's clear our way past these guys. I think this should be fine. What's ironic is if I just boost up Milo, I think Milo's gonna kill all of them. But so he can get a lot of attacks in now. Oh, look at you getting some good hits. 2, 3. So that was 2 extra hits, so it is a little random. Yep, please attack Pyra, she's defending. What is a little unfortunate is that this plan is going to use up some more of our MP, but we do only need to kill each of them once, so I think we will end up okay. That is true, we got sun armor. This is a defensive buff, potentially. Let us see who can wear this. So she can wear it. This is 110 defense. So we are just going to make an entry for this sun armor. So I'm gonna guess that everyone can wear it now, but I will pass it around and find out. Because if Pyra can wear it, usually everyone can, but I'm not going to assume that. I'm also gonna hope that this gives fire resistance. That would also be good. I guess that could also interfere with my tests though, so let's keep that in mind. Yeah, can also wear it here. Let's pass this around. Oh, well that's not what I meant to do. Actually, I guess we might still want to have that involved, huh? So this is still a downgrade technically, but we will test it against something that casts fire when we have a chance. It just won't be immediately. Guess I didn't need to fight this one, huh? Oh well. In for a pound, in for it all. Let's take out the lineup. Oh boy. Got a good one in, but so did we. We give as good as we get, that's all we can promise. Well, okay. Didn't even get a chance to cast a boost on him. I guess that works. Or did we cast boost? I don't even remember. I thought I tried. Alright, let's oh, we got him. We took a hit, but I mean, it's fine. That should be all of them. Oh, baby. Kinda forgot to switch weapons, but yeah, we're just gonna kinda roll with this and hope for the best. Hey, we killed one outright. We killed two outright. That's actually, we're getting better. Alright, I'll accept it. I'll accept it. Much better. So now we know that about 135 or 30 so is their limit, so... We were on the cusp of killing them anyway, so... So if we got forced to go through, our couple of level ups probably would make this pretty easy. That's good to know. Look at that 300 gold. We're gonna be stacked in no time. Alright, so that's all of those guys. So yeah, Skizzers I think are actually on the next floor, so I need not have worried about them. I think they're towards the end. Oh, I also didn't put on the Morning Star again, but it's probably fine. I'll give these guys a couple chances. I'm just gonna assume that they don't really do too much more. Yeah, they poisoned us. That's all they did. Oh, it's Chrome Ball. I actually forgot you could show up. You're gonna be a problem, aren't you? Maybe. They could give us a barrier ring, though. Well, we already know that's a good item. So we can farm the barrier ring here. Which is interesting, because we're also able to leave a medallion here when we get that. So let's make an entry for these guys. Where do I think they are in this hierarchy? Do I think they're more than sentinels? I don't think so. I bet they are right below them, but I'll put an entry for them and we will see. We are not going to show these guys mercy. They're actually usually major dicks. Let's cast a boost on Milo. These guys can usually explode. We did 2 extra hits. $2,000 and $2,000. So I was actually correct. It is right around there. I don't know of any abilities, but I also don't want to know about them right now. I want to get to the next floor. So yeah, let's make sure we're topped off. We are going to... Oh, hello, whites. Yeah, stepping foot in the next floor will let us go back there whenever we want to put medallion. Like, it'll unlock the medallion option for us. The wizard will show up in the castle, and we can do that. Oh, right. This is probably actually not. Yep, that's the golden fountain. Nothing. So we didn't actually find out what these guys could do other than this. So they cast Freeze level 3. I'm gonna actually bet they do level 4 too. We just haven't seen it yet. I am not going to test it now. We will have a chance because we are going to come back here. This is where we are going to have the medallion. So yeah, they did. So you do also poison hit. That's another ability. So they do have quite a few options for them. Now, as I said, our goal was to get to this floor, but we can actually poke around on it a little bit until we get forced out. It doesn't actually hurt, because we are actually pretty low on MP, but we can skedaddle whenever we want to, so we can get a little initial mapping done. But I'd say this is definitely progress. And at least Pyra's on the cusp of actually being able to just outright destroy the salamanders with damage, so... We didn't find out anything these guys could do, so let's give them at least a chance. So they do seem to be single hits so far. So as you can see, they haven't really used any abilities. They also haven't like critical hit or anything, which is interesting. Okay, we'll just knock them out. Oh, is this the Tommy Hawks? That's really funny. Usually these guys are another bird. That's really funny. Alright, let's write down what their drop is. These guys are said to give the healer fruit, so they're another healer fruit guy. Okay, and we will see what their stats are. Well, they're not sturdy, that's for sure. It ran away, it has the skill of run away, so yeah, we killed 2 of them. 2005 and 807. Okay, so that's a pretty unusual number for them. We did kill one of the death serpents. But we don't even have stats for the death serpents. I guess we can't actually get their data. Okay, we will, I guess, have to figure that out too. I just realized we didn't record that. Okay, that's fine. Don't need to get ambushed at this point. We can have that time in the future. There is a treasure behind that we can't get yet. Here is another new enemy, Mad Tut. Alright, let's get them in this list. This is the usual model that they have, so that is something. They also are said to drop the healer fruit. So we'll put that in here. Okay. At least this should be easy to get their stats from, because it's just them. We don't probably need to go that easy on enemies on this floor, so... They have the ability to run. They do a lot of damage. So we killed 3 of them. 2670 and 930. So that would be 310 gold. That's easy peasy. They're 890 EXP. So the EXP is going up a fair bit. That's cool. We didn't get any abilities other than run. I'm kidding, that's not a real ability. But I'm gonna guess they got something. How are we doing for damage? Yeah. We got like a couple more heals in us and then we're gonna have to run. So we got a new enemy as well. We've got Grim Spectre. Where do we think these guys are? They're probably lower than the Mad Tut. There was a pretty big jump between EXP, so I'm gonna put them in this spot right here. They do drop a really good item though. They drop the Elven Hood, and in the normal game that is actually Milo's best hat, so it might be worth getting that. But there is another way to get that hat, I think, so we're just gonna basically focus on the Tommy Hawks and see what that thing does. I bet it's like the other ones that cast a soul, but maybe I'm wrong. Show us what you got. You sure do. And it's level 2 this time. What a monster. So yeah, that's probably going to be their main claim to fame. We also don't have a way of determining EXP because we didn't get the other guy's value properly either, I think. So we will get that at a future time. We also didn't take any damage, so we continue. Hey, here we go. We can get an idea of what they do too. So they can flex. Good job, guys. They're so good at flexing. We're very proud of them. Okay. They got muscles. Fantastic. Okay, let's give them another chance. What do you got? Look at you guys flexing. They love it. They do some damage, but I mean, they're not using any abilities so far. Oh, look at you. You did use an ability. Okay, freeze level 3. Okay. 1400 and 542. So that would be 271 gold. That's a kind of unusual number, but that's fine. And that is 700 EXP. Okay. Yep. That is definitely something. So we're basically down to like last hits. I think we have a good idea what these guys do. We don't have to give them a chance. They can fend for themselves at this point. I'm not going to take those paths this time because I won't be able to leave easily. $2,200 and $800. Okay, so taking off what we know about the Camille. So they're 270 gold, so that would actually be that's coal. And for EXP, they're actually at 800, so that does put them smack in the middle, like I thought maybe. So, yeah. Well, I also think I know what their game is, so I don't need to worry too hard about keeping them alive either. Oh, you guys have divide. Nice. So your divide works at least. We are also coming close to when Pyra learns Muddle 2, and then we can like force some enemies to give us their items. So we won't really have to grind for very long at all. So if we do find items that we want, it'll be a little easier to get them. If we're willing to push for it, so. So progression should go at least relatively smoothly. You got another item. You got an ability. You have Quick 2. That wasn't the ability I expected you to have, but it is the ability you used. We are kind of playing with fire, but I think we're still okay for at least one more hit. Oh, you got paralyzing powder. Interesting. You can hurl rocks. Okay. It has certainly helped that Pyra is still largely taking out them before they can attack, so that is definitely something that is helping. I mean, I am just trying to meet up with where the shortcut connects up so I don't have to backtrack at all, I'm gonna be honest. Then I will return. Yep, we did it. Now we can return with confidence. Alright, we will skedaddle out. So let's go to the castle. Actually, we have a problem. We are full on our inventory, so let's solve that problem first. Okay, so what to do first? We don't need this extra hood. We didn't actually need it at all, so we could have dropped it if we'd wanted to. Oh right, we had garbage we could have gotten rid of. My bad. And we even had a whole healer herb. Man. Oh well. I guess we should heal. If we have to. How's our gold looking? We have a bunch of gold. So, before I go to get the medallion, I'm gonna actually do a few things. So, one thing I'm going to do is I am going to test out the weapons we haven't tested. So... So there are 5 weapons I haven't tested. So they can't use the weapon. Milo can't use the weapon. I'm just confirming. Pyra can use the weapon. Next is the spear. Can Milo use it? Milo can use the spear. Okay, so we're gonna sort these out first. So I do have to get this whip off of Pyra to test that, so let's do that first. I guess that'll also let us save it. We'll do that. Okay, so let us go in here. So I just thought about it, we actually probably don't need this sword anymore. So let's just toss that out of here. Yeah, as much as I want to hold on to this, it's in our way. Let's get rid of it. So we're also going to get a bronze lance, so yeah, we're going to see who can use this. Can Pyra use this? Pyra can use this. Okay, so we are going to pass things around a bit and see who can and can't use it. So I suspect that everyone can use the spear, from what we saw. So we had given that to Milo, we'll give it to Pyra, and since we know that she can use the bronze lance, we will pass it to them. And I'm sure that everyone can use the lance, unless I don't think that I don't expect Milo to be able to use it, as I don't think he could use the other one. But let's find out. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's find out. Yeah, he can't use the lance. I was correct. So now let's get values. So this right here is 35 damage. Where does that put that in the list? That actually places it as weaker than the Thorn Whip. Cool. And I suspect it is, of course, a whip, so I don't even think I need to test that. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so we can basically ignore that. This is actually the same amount of damage. I don't know if it has a special function yet, so we'll have to test that. But this is for the hero. It is not for Milo. But it is for Pyra. And it is only 35 attack, which is pretty laughably funny, but yeah. So the value on this land, oh, we actually have to move it to someone else to test it. Okay. So it is 45 attack. We're going to also test the sun armor to see if it is a defense against fire, but that is going to be something we do in a second. Let's write down the value of that bronze lance. That is for the hero, not Milo. But it is for Pyra. It is 45 attack. Okay. So we are going to go in here, but we're not going to go too far, because I know exactly where there are magic enemies that can use fire. So we can test that pretty easily. Oh, hello there. I guess you want to be bopped, so we'll just let this happen and see if it does more than one attack or anything. It doesn't, not sturdy enough. Okay, we'll test on something else. I don't think any of them do fire. I think they were freeze. So let's wait for the one that does fire. Come on. You know you wanna. So we have the scavengers do it. So yeah, we'll just wait for the scavengers. Okay, we will just use whatever and let them do their thing. They'll probably run, but maybe they'll attack. I believe in you. You'll cast your spell. One of these times you'll cast on us. Maybe they're just shy, but we'll find out. Do it, you won't. It's got performance anxiety again. Come on, we won't judge you just because you only use Blaze level 2. So 6, 10, 10. I do think we took a lot less damage. So we are gonna have to test with one more thing. Because I did suspect that the magic ring might have had something to do with it. So I'm going to give that back to Pyra. So we need to fight them one more time. I'm gonna see how many attacks this does. Just one, right? Yeah. I'm gonna see if this is more than a whip. Nope, just one attack. Understood. So that's a test on what we currently have in our inventory. We're going to test the fire damage one more time and then we are going to head back. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. So 8 to 10. 6 to 9. So I've written down over the times the range that casts do, and yeah, we are taking about 25% less fire damage, but 25% is barely anything in a grand scheme, so I don't think it's worth using the sun armor over it, but I will mark down that it has 25% resist on the sun armor. So that's actually vanilla. It does actually have fire resistance normally. Let's skedaddle out. Let's go sell that off. We'll find out how much it's worth too. I didn't sell it to find out. We do have only a couple more items to test from our current lineup of options. We have the battle hammer and we have the silver lance, I think it is. Or maybe it was iron lance. It was one of those things. So yeah, we're not gonna need this bronze lance. Don't think we want this. What's your offer? So 14, 250. So it's normally 19,000 in value. Cool, so we will write that down. Okay, so we will also sell off the bullwhip and the spear. So let's buy the last couple of items. So you offer us this hammer. Can we use it? Nope. Can Pyra use it? Nope. Doesn't matter. I'll move it. So we got the iron lance. I bet Milo cannot use it still. So we can use it. So we'll pass it around. We'll see who wants to use this. So this is 75 attack. So the hero can use this, Milo cannot use this, and Pyra can use this. It is 75 attack. I doubt it has any special abilities, but we will give it a chance. So this is 90, no, it's 110 attack. So the hero cannot use it, Milo can use it, and Pyra cannot use it. 110 attack. Cool. We'll slap that bad Larry on and we will give it a try just to see if it has a special ability. We don't have to go as far to test that. That was one attack. That was one attack. I suspected, but we had to check. We'll try using it. I highly doubt it. Yeah. And we are done. Okay, so we will actually go to town, sell them off, and re-equip ourselves. I guess we could also pick up the medallion while we're at it. So, hi there. Here's our buddy Zern. Okay. So let us sort out our inventory real quick, and then we will save it again and head back in. So we don't need this. Or this. Let's make sure everyone wears what that they want to. So now we'll go save it. Now that everyone's equipped again. Cool. And now I will go out here and we will talk about the balance of the rest of that area and what we've seen of the new one. And yeah, we're gonna call this a stream. So yeah, I did think that it was more balanced once we got the Great Flail, and that ended up being fairly good for us. But I do think that maybe that will be overtuned for anyone not using the Hex Whip. That's still my belief. So yeah. It's a bit of a hidden weapon if you haven't played the game a bunch of times, but it does make Pyra basically a one-hit wrecking machine for this point in the game. With the downside being that after the first turn, she basically can't do anything else for like 3 turns. So it is definitely a problem if you have them survive it. But yes, I do thank everyone for following, and we will be continuing this again next time. Take care all, and bye-bye.